about it over and over and over. And people keep doing it. You know, wearing the cross as a jewelry, putting it in your house. Even some churches still have cross in their house. You know, let me tell you something. Cross is not part of our worship. Anything that Satan uses is not part of our worship. Even if we were doing it before, once Satan put his hand on it, it's not good for us any longer. It became contaminated. Therefore, we cannot, because we cannot use the same thing with the darkness. You agree with me? We cannot use things, the same thing with the forces of the darkness, with the kingdom of the darkness, because we are not together. We don't melt together. It's not possible. How can you use the things of your enemy? You cannot do that. It's the same thing. You know, Isaiah said in John chapter 14, verse 27, that if you are not carrying your cross daily, then you are not worthy to be my disciple. That one does not mean that you have to go and make a cross, or you have to go and buy a cross to wear it, to put it in your house, to hang it in your room or in your church, and something like that. And anytime you have a situation, you'll be holding it and pray. No, you don't need that. It means that as far as he was concerned, he has been persecuted when he was on earth. You know what I mean? He has suffered. So because of that, if we want to relate to him, we have to go through the same thing. Yeah, to share his glory. It's fair now, isn't it? It's fair. We have to go through the same process in order to share also his glory. You know what I mean? Because anybody that follows Christ is a true Christian. Is a true Christian. He will be persecuted because you don't behave like the world does. You don't behave like people. You are different. You think different. The way you dress, the way you speak, the way you help people, the way you do things is totally quite different from the rest of the world. So because of that, they will persecute you. Like he said in John chapter 10, verse 19. He said, if they did not persecute me, then they will not persecute you. But unfortunately, they did. So you're supposed to get ready for that. That's what he was referring by cross. But he did not say, go and do a cross and put it in your finger like a ring or wristwatch or whatever. No. Do you understand? So get rid of your cross because it's not helping you. The only thing that stands in our worship is the name. Like he said in John chapter 14, verse 6. All right? He said, I am the way, I am the life, and the truth. Nobody will go to the Father only by me. So it's the bridge that connects us to the Father. What are you looking for again? Stop relying on your cross. Stop using all these curved things, instruments. You know what I mean? In your house, you have it. He said we should not do, in Deuteronomy chapter 4, he said we should not do any representative from the earth and in the heaven and at the ground. We should not. Because you do it, you will have the tendency to rely on it. And this is not the purpose of being a Christian. Being a Christian is the worship God because He's a true God. You know, He's a living God. So you don't need any other form. You don't need any other things. You don't need any other person other than Christ. You don't need any other instruments. Do you understand? Especially the one that Satan also is using in his kingdom. So we have to be careful. All right? Your Father, God, wants to have a relationship with you. He wants to be talking with you. What kind of father you will be talking and then you will need to introduce something else? No, it does not go like that. You don't need to introduce anything to talk to your biological father or your earthly father, do you? It's the same thing. You go and straight, you talk to him. And the only name you need is the name of Isaiah to conclude so that he will reach. Because he died for us. And he gave us the name that is above any other name. You know what I mean? Philippians chapter 2, verse 9. So be careful. Alright? All this representative is not going to save you. Instead, he will drag you down. So all these churches that he's using, even Virgin Mary, that they have it in their house like a statue, it's not good. We're not supposed to do it. It's including everything. He said, do not do any representative. Any representative concerning the heaven, the earth, and underground. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. People, do not do it. It will not help you. It will only create you problem because it will keep you far from your Father. It will keep you far from solid and true worship. Believe me. Get rid of it and you will see that your life will be much better. It's not this one that is responding to your prayer. It's Father that is putting you to respond to your prayer. Because Christ said, if I did not come, in John chapter 15, verse 22, if I did not come to give you the information, the news, then you are not guilty. But once you hear it, you become guilty. And as of today, anyone that is hearing me is guilty now. Alright? You know, we are serving a marvelous God, a very patient God, a lovely God. But it does not mean that everything we do, even though we have success, means that He agrees with it. No, He pities us so much. But we should not take His mercy for granted. God bless you. Shalom.